Well, this week's Bushel Up, I want to talk to you about some very important things. This next week to 2 week period is very important critical stage. We call it stage 3 out here at Owner's Acres of crop development. And that's our yield enhancement treatments. We're going to have the opportunity over the next few days here to maybe help some yields through the application of our Realize, the PGR, trying to stimulate some plant growth. We want to stimulate roots, get a better root system, maybe get a bigger leaf structure. All that will contribute to yield in the end, and then also influence some rows around. We want this plant to not be going under any stress right now. So one of the things we'll do is put a micronutrient pack on, accrue a little bit of nitrogen, sulfur in that micronutrient mix, just to make sure our plants are healthy and at full throttle here as we start to take off in this vegetative growth. Most of this early corn that was planted in that 350 to 400 GDU range. When we look forward, we're looking at potentially 200 GDUs in the next 10 days. So things are going to progress very rapidly. That also means it's time to start putting on some of these residual herbicides, our second applications. We've already started that on our early fields. We hit that 21 to 28 day window. Our fields are still clean, but we're still putting those residuals down to keep them clean. Knowing that here in the next 10 days, that crops are going to grow really fast. So we want to avoid putting any of the DiFlex Status on if we can. If we are, then we're going to use a constrain to make sure we mitigate some of that stress. But very important window, so be thinking ahead, kind of understand what orders you need to be spraying your fields. And then lastly, irrigation. We're getting our moisture probes put in here today so we can understand just what we have going on out here. I know I've had conversations with several of you. We know we're very dry down below this top. We've been trying to irrigate along just to get our emergence. We've got great emergence out here, but we know that we're going to have to provide some more moisture for our roots. So as we're getting our probes in, we're looking forward to seeing what we learn with those as we continue to irrigate here. So if you haven't looked into a moisture probe, please reach out to us. We're able to see every 4 inches and understand where roots are, where water's going. But that to say, there's a lot going on. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Get those herbicides on. Make sure we're doing everything we can to enhance these yields as we start entering that first reproductive stage where we're determining those rows around. Soybeans, same deal. We're starting to see third trifoliate come out. That's when we can start stimulating some branching, maybe create some more nodes for ourselves. So we'll be putting Realize on our soybeans here, aiming for that, as well as if you've got an area going chlorotic, now's a great time. We'll put some bean starter on our higher pH soybeans and make sure we keep them from going chlorotic. So again, like I say, a lot happening. I know Memorial Day weekend's coming up. We hope you get a little bit of time to rest, but I know there's a lot going on out here. And so hang in there, guys and gals, and keep slugging it away.